Well, surprise, surprise, another red day in altcoin paradise. Today I would like to discuss a little bit about that. Also look at some charts that we don't look at too often so we can get a lot more information about what we can expect for altcoins and Bitcoin. And I want to give you a little information about what do you meme, of course, as well, because that looks like to be the only altcoin that is steadily going up. It is insane, guys. So we have a couple of red candles here and there, but the green is really dominating this one. So wow, if you like it, like it. Now let's start with the big daddy Bitcoin. You know what happened right here is, if we put it on the daily chart, Bitcoin went down. Now, of course, is like 0.5% up or so. And what you notice right away is that the Bitcoin dominance is getting a pretty big push as well. And that's what we discussed a lot, right? Bitcoin goes down, altcoins get wrecked, of course, and Bitcoin goes up a little bit, but then the dominance also goes up with it, and then altcoins get wrecked even more. So it kind of doesn't matter what direction Bitcoin is going, altcoins will go down anyway. That's the danger right now. So if we look at the dominance, it's quite funny, like we discussed this quite a lot, right? It was ranging here for 2 years already. We started this range in April, May 2021, went to the downside, upside, downside, upside, right? Every time we go down, altcoins are doing well against Bitcoin, and every time we go up, altcoins get wrecked against Bitcoin. Overall, this is a small range if you look at the total range, right? We have been ranging here for very long. But now, right, what you also notice, this is the daily chart, right? Every time we got there, we got basically an immediate, rejection off of it, right? So that means that once altcoins really started to outperform, or once Bitcoin started to outperform altcoins, we did not stay there for very long, or altcoins catched some breath again. Now, however, it's quite different. We are going up, well, basically since September already. Right, we tried, got rejected in November again, but now altcoins are, constantly getting wrecked against Bitcoin, and we broke the range. And it's also because if you especially look on the weekly chart, for example, it is pretty understandable that everything is different in this area than what it was over here, right? Here we had the bull market support band against us. Here we had the 50 weighted moving average against us. Here we had the 100 weighted moving average against us. We broke that for a while, but still got rejected. Here we had the 200 weighted moving average against us, but we broke that, found support perfectly over there, basically. And the thing is now that we have all these other moving averages as support as well. We are way above that. So the range is broken. And with this small push that Bitcoin has, right? I can't even, like on the weekly, you can't even see it, but on the daily yesterday, we had a push of, well, from this low to where we are right now, 3%, right? And that already made the Bitcoin dominance get that extra push, which basically sets it at the high right now. So there's not much needed for the Bitcoin dominance to go up. And therefore not much needed for altcoins to go down. So still, if people feel like, yeah, but you fucking Bitcoin maxi, you should buy altcoins, just buy the dip. What dip? Like, you could buy the dip at any time, right? That's what people have been doing for the last 2 years. So far, it did not work out, right? So no, I'm not really buying the dip. I rather buy the bottom, and we don't time the bottom, of course not, but throwing your money away with every single dip is also quite stupid. Now, any other thing that I wanted to show you is that, yeah, I mean, the S&P, bro, it's crazy. It's running. It's going up super hard. The Nasdaq, if you look at the Nasdaq as well, it's going up extremely hard, right? So stocks are, especially the Nasdaq, well on the way to their highs, right? What if this corrects, right? What if this corrects and Bitcoin goes down with it, right? Then where do you think the altcoin market is going, right? I mean, Bitcoin still has some room, right? Bitcoin has to fall from this point 40% to get to the lows, right? Which is possible. It's not like, with this current macro conditions and all, that's doable, right? But 40%. So Bitcoin has some room to go down. Altcoins, however, from where we are right now to make a new low, has to fall 6%. It shows you, right? Altcoins are super weak. And therefore, for months longer, we've been saying, watch out with altcoins. And it shows. Like, this was one red candle and people felt maybe like, okay, one red candle and now we're stabilizing again, so maybe we should buy altcoins now. This is not the end. This is by far not the end of what we are going to see, in my opinion. It's going to get way worse, and that's beautiful. If you prepare for that, then I mean, you can make a lot of money. And I do want to point something out. It's like what Benjamin Cohen also said, like, yeah, you can buy every dip, but apart from the fact that you constantly lose money with these dips, right? You can choose to do that. But what do you buy? Why do you buy that? How do you know that altcoin is going to be around in a couple of years, right? If you look at this coin market cap, market cap history. Look at this. In 2017, December kind of was the peak for crypto, right? Let's put it here. I don't know. It was the peak for Bitcoin. So if people thought, well, no, let's go to the bear market, by the way. Let's go to 2019, June, where we are right now, give or take, right? If people felt like, okay, let's buy the dip. What do you buy? Did you buy Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Bitcoin's SV? Did you buy Stellar, Tron, Monero? Right, Tron might be okay, but you know, Dash, IOTA, Neo, all these coins, like, they still kind of exist. But the lower you go on this list, right, because most people don't even buy top 100 coins, right? They buy trash coins. Well, look at this. I don't see a lot of coins that are very relevant right now. Right? Don't see much. People felt like, oh yeah, UGAS, so low cap right now. Well, yeah, $32 million market cap. Okay, that's cool. $32 million market cap. It's now sitting at 140,000. Right? Wrecked. This is just one random example that I click. It's now not any different. Right? All the coins that you see right now, a lot of them won't be around in the next bull as well. That's how it goes, right? So you can be like, yeah, but this altcoin, yeah, that's what they thought back then as well, right? So it's better to just wait. So when you do not get wrecked by every dip, and when the market really recovers, then see like, okay, what are the altcoins that are now going on, and what are the ones that did not die, right? Because although we can do this on this chart, right? We can do this. Probably something like that, give or take, right? Not time and exact, but you know, but your altcoin, let's say this is the chart of your altcoin, that can still do this, right? Your altcoin can be nowhere to be found. And that chance is extremely high, extremely high. So watch out with buying dip. This is just one other reason. There's a high chance that the altcoin that you buy won't even survive or is relevant anymore. Now, I must say, the coins that we had back here, yeah, what did they really do? Right? The utilities were like, what is it? Right? Nothing really too crazy. So I do agree on the fact that the altcoins that we have right now do have way better utilities and have a higher chance to survive. But it doesn't mean that there will be a new altcoin with that utility that does it better, and that's the one that's going to make it, and yours still is going to go down. So therefore, altcoins are just, and I think, yeah, that's not even clickbait, but you will lose your money with altcoins, all of your money, if you do not watch out, right? And then that sucks, because you went through the complete cycle and then everything finally bottoms out at some point where you actually should buy the good stuff and you do not have any money left to buy it, right? And then what? Then you feel like, fuck crypto, I'm missing out right now, don't have any money left, and so that's very dangerous, of course. But yeah, no, but the dominance, back to that, it is just going up, and it could be very fast that we see way higher levels on the dominance, and therefore you can get also on the altcoins that do survive, get very, very wrecked, right? Like if you look at Cardano Bitcoin right now, It just had this push right here. Where could it go? I think that this is very likely somewhere here, maybe this bottom, maybe this bottom. And people feel like, nah, that can't happen. Why not? It's happening. Why not? Right? Of course it can happen. Definitely can happen. Because look again at AVAX Bitcoin for the last, well, let's say the dominance really went up since September 2022. Look what happened since September 2022. Where were we? We were here, this point, right? So if we take it from here, September 2022, AVAX is already down 50% against Bitcoin, okay? And again, against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also down more than 60%, all right? So that's a lot. But that's only from this move, where the dominance went up 27%. What if dominance goes to 60%? How much is that from here? That's another 20%. Right, so is it unlikely for AVAX to go down another 40-50% from here to its Bitcoin pair? Let's stay positive. Let's say 40. Right? We'll put it here. Probably this point. Okay, so that's how I look at it. Now, let me take this trend line though. It should be here somewhere. This is the realistic scenario. It's not a bearish, not a bullish scenario, but this is the average that altcoins will do, in my opinion. That's a lot of money gone, right? And again, that's 40% or 30% from here, right? Sorry, it should have been 40. So if that happens, 40%, which is here. Here. So if that happens, then and Bitcoin stays flat, then you can just say, okay, AVAX in this case, right, goes down 40%, right? And you will have a $7 AVAX. Okay, well, not too bad, right? It could be worse. But what if in the same period, Bitcoin decides to put in a double bottom or so and goes back to 16K? Right? Then AVAX is down 40% against Bitcoin, which is also down 40%. That's where it gets ugly for the dollar pairs. And that's the theory that could take altcoins, not here, but here. Right? Then you'll be sitting at a $4 AVAX. Now, some people might feel like, wow, what an opportunity. Yeah, some people will be freaking the fuck out. I can also tell you that because one, you do have to be prepared, of course. Two, by the time that happens, you have to have balls of steel to buy there, right? Because I can tell you this, there won't be any people at that point preaching to you like, wow, what a steal, you should buy it. You know what people say? Nothing, because there is nobody left. Nobody cares anymore. Everybody says crypto is dead. Crypto is completely dead. Nobody wants altcoins. Yeah, that's why you have to step in when nobody else wants it, right? What do you think about if you look at Cardano, for example, right? If you look at Cardano, last cycle it was sitting at $3. It went all the way 80% down, 80%. Right? But from that point, it went down another 80%. That's where people got absolutely destroyed. And some may have seen this as an opportunity and felt like, wow, I can buy Cardano at 10 cents right now. Unbelievable. It was $3. And what happened back then? From the 10 cents, it went all the way down to 1.5 cents. It went down another 84%. I know. Nobody talked about Cardano anymore back there. It was dead. It was completely dead. Nobody wanted it, right? No, nobody. Everybody felt like, man, if it comes down from $3 to 1.5 cents, 200x down, to put it like that, nobody gave shit. If people got so wrecked They accepted it. And every single dip they thought they bought, there was another dip after that. They got them completely wrecked. And people gave no fucking shit anymore. Sorry for the cursing, but they gave no shit anymore. Even people, and in the heat of the moment, it's way worse than what I show you right now. Because what if you go all that way down? Nobody cares anymore. And at 2.5 cents, maybe you think, okay, let's buy it. And you go all the way up to 10 cents, 11 cents, right? And you feel like, oh man, my entry was so perfect. I'm a buy more. And then what happens from that point? It goes all the way down here to 1.5 cents. Forget about it. Nobody gives a shit, right? And still was the best moment to ever buy it, when nobody cares. When nobody cares. Right? Because people, again, they got a new chance. The people that bought at 1.7 cents, they got a new chance for Cardano. And of course, you have to time the top and the bottom. That, won't happen. That won't work for you. Forget about that. But still, the market provided you with a 175x or so on Cardano, right? On Cardano. It's not even a small cap. Wasn't even really a small cap back here compared to other crypto assets. So that's the thing. When you think that everything is dead, that's where you want to buy. So far, again, Cardano went down 80. And this Cardano, but this goes for every altcoin, went down 80%, right? What if it comes down another 80%? We'll put it at 12 cents. Well, if we repeat the last cycle, from there it can even go down another 84%. We'll put it back at 1.8 cents. If we are being realistic, then this is possible. There might be people watching this video and be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen, I show you exactly what happened before. The only difference is Cardano wasn't labeled as a security by the SEC right here. This time it is. So the narrative is way worse. Plus the Fed printed all money right here and also not doing that right now. So the conditions are worse. So then tell me why it is unrealistic to do the same. I'm not saying it will happen though. But if it happens, Cardano can have all my money. As a... like hypothetically, like this, again, this goes for every single altcoin out there. The altcoin that you like can get to levels that you think like, wow, if it ever gets there, I don't know why, but then it's probably that. So I'm not gonna buy it, right? Again, my favorite project, and then I want to show you a couple of interesting charts. You probably know my favorite project, Seedify. Okay, Seedify hasn't gone through a bear market yet, right? Cardano survived the bear market, so therefore I'm very comfortable with buying Cardano if it really goes down to the trash can. With Seedify, I have trust, but you don't know, right? You don't know. So it's a little more, okay. But Seedify, again, down 80%. Cool. Let's take it from there. Down 80%. Okay, that's where we are right now. Let's say Seedify does just as well, to put it like that, as Cardano did last cycle. And I think Cardano is a lot stronger when it comes to that than Seedify. So, but let's say Seedify does just as well. Well, then Seedify is 10 cents, right? 10 cents. Let that sink in. 10 cents Seedify came from $18. This is if Seedify is just as strong as big Cardano. And that goes for every single altcoin. Right? I can show you this on every chart, and every altcoin has the risk of doing this. Gala hasn't been to a bear market, right? We don't know how it does, right? Gala's economics are not that great. Down 80%. Cool. We had that. Down another 80% from there. All right. We had that. But then down, let's say 80% again, right? Put it here. 0.006. It's a matter if you have the balls to pick it up by then. And then it's praying. Then it's praying that, you know, that the project survives. The good thing is you do not have to throw a lot of money in here. So therefore, like, if you have like $1,000 and you decide to here put all your $1,000 into it, sorry, you're a moron, right? Because there's a good chance Gala dies. Like, and everybody be like, now, like, yeah, but Gala is so big and they don't die. Again, the complete crypto market got washed out in the last bear market. Almost everything died or is not relevant anymore. Projects with millions of dollars in market caps back then in the top 100 are projects that you might never heard of in the first place. All these projects that we have right now in the top 100, most of them will be projects that people in the next bull run that come into crypto have never heard of and don't give a shit about it because they're dead and they won't never do anything. So be prepared for that. We have our watch list, but this watch list is going to change, of course. Right? This is going to change, right? Of all the coins that I have right here, at least 50% will die, probably. All the coins right here, medium risk, these are older already. I think there's a good chance that 70% of all of this will die. I don't think ADA will die. Arweave could die. Atom could die. AVEX could die. K could die. Crow could die. Phantom could die. Moomin could die. HBAR could die. Hex could die. Hello could die. Everything. I can name everything. Everything. And don't feel offended because your favorite project will likely die as well. It's what the market does. I'm just pointing it out. Let's check this out. Into the crypto-verse dashboard. Again, social metrics, super important, right? Because the social metrics shows you how many people are still in crypto. And that's why you have to have your balls of steel, right? I mean, that's the red line, and that's going down. But we are not nearly where we were in the last bear market or the bear market before that. At that point, that's where the best point is to buy. That's just what it is. Right? Nobody is here, but it is the bottom. And you just see right here, you just see in the run up, when the blue line, which is crypto, which is Bitcoin in this case, goes up, you see the red line is coming right after that, not before that, not parallel, after that. So Bitcoin peaks right here, right? In April 2021. When are most people interested? In May 2021. So that's the thing. People step in after that. Your job is to be there before that. And that's scary. That's scary. Because all these people will disappear as well after they see that the price is going down, right? People disappear. Your job is to just be here. That's the way to get a fuckload of money in life with crypto. It's easy. It's basically very easy. Right? It's not that hard. You just have to have balls of steel. Right? And you do not have to deploy all your money. Again, if you have $1,000 and you are certain that a couple of projects will survive, 100 there, 100 there, 100 there. Because 100 compared to your 1,000 doesn't sound like a lot. But again, look at ADA, right? Did 170x, 180x give or take. Do that with $100. You have $18,000. Is my math correct? I don't think so. I think so. I don't know. But that's compared to your 1,000. It's a lot, right? And you only risked 1/10 of your complete net worth. So that's the hard thing. Now, dominance, I want to go over a couple of charts here because I always show you the dominance right here, right? The dominance that broke out right here. However, this includes stable coins as well. Now, there's a chart that doesn't include stable coins. It's the red line. So if we click that, you will see that the dominance, let me get rid of the rest. You can basically see that the dominance has been going up already since May 2021. So for 2 years already, the dominance has basically been putting in higher lows, right? Higher lows. So the dominance was already going up. So since May, so since the first peak of Bitcoin, basically, Bitcoin is already dominating the crypto space. And of course, we had a run up right here in June last year, and we came back down, but way higher low than where we were over here or over here, right? And now we are well on the way to break that point as well. So yeah, this could get definitely way higher, in my opinion, for sure. So that's an interesting chart. Altcoin season index, I want to show you that as well. Here, this is funny. Alt season index. This shows you if we are at the bottom range, it's Bitcoin season. If we are at the top range, it's altcoin season. Let me smooth it out. Look where we are. Why in the world would you be in altcoins right now? Right? Over the last 90 days, on average, there were a couple of altcoins that outperformed Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. We had Ether, Rocket Pool, Arbitrum, Leo, Tron, BitCat token, Render, and XRP, which were outperforming Bitcoin over the last 90 days out of the top 50. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 50. That's a gamble. If you already know which one these are going to be, play that. But overall, altcoins are bleeding, and they're bleeding hard against Bitcoin. Right? If you take it over the last 60 days, Bitcoin is already running up, by the way. 30 days as well. But over the last 90 days, you just see that this is like we are in deep Bitcoin season territory. Deep. Right? So, yeah, that. The logarithmic regression band. Let me take a look. Is there something that's changed over here? Well, this is Bitcoin, and we are sitting pretty low right now again. Right, the red band, like this is just a logarithmic regression band that Bitcoin has been in since the beginning, right? In the green area, that's the bear market. The red area, it's the bull market. You see, every bull market we get to the red area, and every bear market we get to the green area. Difference is in the green area we stay a lot longer, like we were here for 2.5 years, for example. However, we did go up, right? Bitcoin here was $260, and here it was more like $1,700, right? Because the band is moving up. Now, if you look at this, Bitcoin has entered this area in May 2022, so that's now slightly more than a year. Right? On average, we spent like 2 years in this, right? So if that's the case, right, then we could still be here in May 2024, which is here, right? And maybe even longer than that, right? Also went longer than that. But the middle band is already 56K by that time, right? The band is moving up. If you look at 2025, end of 2025, where I expect that the Bitcoin market tops out, or the crypto market, then the upper band is sitting at around 300 till 450K, right? Sounds like, well, that's a lot. Like, that's a real unrealistic prediction. Well, yeah, this is based on the complete history of Bitcoin so far, right? So who am I to say that somehow it's now going to be different? I'm not saying it will, but if you look statistically, it's highly likely that Bitcoin gets there. Let me put it like that. So I think that's a quite interesting chart. Yeah, ROI after cycle peak. So this is the cycle peak for every crypto cycle. Let me remove this one because that's not that relevant. But we have the red line, which is the cycle in 2015, and the orange line in 2018. So this is where the cycle peaked, right? And that's where you can see this, the bear market. Well, this is where we bottomed out in 2018, time-wise, after 364 days, so quite perfectly a year. And this is where we bottomed out in 2015, after 406 days. Now, there are, of course, people that say Bitcoin has to see a new bottom. And of course it could. Like, everything can change. But it will be pretty exceptionary, right? Because we are now already at day 585, right? By the time we might see that new bottom, we'll be day 700 something, right? So that will be literally twice as long this bear market as all the other bear markets, right? Now, however, our bottom so far was here, right? Perfectly in the middle of these two. Sounds a lot more realistic to me, time-wise, right? Price-wise, we were, well, yeah, a lot higher. So yeah, that's the thing. Here we went all the way down here and here as well, right? So yeah, we have time, like price-wise, we have a way better bear market. Time-wise, so far, average, right? If we do put in a new bottom, well, then this is a complete different bear market. So I don't expect a new bottom, but I'm not saying that it can't go way lower than where we are right now. 18K maybe double bottom, whatever. Could happen, could definitely happen. Anything else which is quite interesting? The altcoin market itself, right? Because again, I'll show you the total 3 on this chart quite a lot right here. The total 3, and but the thing is that this is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So this is also stables. This is no stables. This is purely altcoins. Yeah, and then if I look at it, like in this bear market, we went from like 400 billion to around 30 billion, right? So that's 13 times as low. If I look at our current altcoin market, we went from 1 trillion to what was the lowest point right here, 200 billion. So that's so far 5 times as low on average. So it is, although you might say that altcoins are getting pretty wrecked, so far they're holding up like very good. Very good. And therefore, I don't think it's realistic to say that the altcoin bottom is in, apart from all the charts that I've already shown you. Right, like altcoins are doing super well, and that's the fucked up thing, because people already got wrecked so hard. Can you imagine, right? If we go double this, and that's not even as bad as the altcoin as the bear market before that, right? And what we did right here, there weren't that much altcoins back here, so it's not that comparable. We went from 2 billion to 200 million, give or take, so 10 times as low. So 10 times as low, 13 times as low, and here 5 times as low. Is it enough? Especially given the current circumstances with the SEC and no money printing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I do think that we have to go lower than that. I think that more around 100 billion is also where we have all the support right here, is a lot more likely. We're now sitting at 200. So that's another 50% down for altcoins on average. And yeah, that's very doable. If we go another 50% down, we'll put us at around 150 right here. Yeah, I don't know. Because this is also the stable market is also 160 billion. So that doesn't, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what do you mean compensates a little bit for that, of course? No, it's crazy, our chart. And by the way, I want to say this. This is really beautiful, of course, right here. If you check this out, we have CoinGecko. We are now finally listed on CoinGecko with What Do You Meme as well. So you can put it in your watch list. You have all the information about What Do You Meme right here as well. Where the fuck is it? I don't know. On the app I can see it. But you have the information. You have our Medium, our Telegram, Discord, Twitter. Discord wasn't really officially opened yet, but here you go. Our YouTube, our GitHub, everything is right there. So we are listed right there. What Do You Meme is doing insane. We reached a market cap of $3 million, like crazy shit. $3 million. We're now sitting at 2.6. People took a little profits. Congratulations. Well above 30 3x from the sale price. So yeah, absolutely fantastic, and the fun is yet to begin. So I'm super proud of this. So guys, thank you for all of that. The trading volume also like 70k volume, give or take, like really crazy. So yeah, we're doing fantastic. Now, sorry for the long video, but there was a lot of information that I needed to discuss with you guys, because I just want to give you an overall outlook on the altcoin market, why it is just so bearish at the moment, and I want you guys to be prepared, don't lose money. That's just the most important thing. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications if you haven't done already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, today 12 p.m. UTC in our Telegram, in our What Do You Meme Telegram, link 3 is down below, we will do a small AMA where you can ask some questions about What Do You Meme. So I'll see you there.